Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I literally just finished watching the next episode of Gotham named The Blade's Path. Now, all I can tell you from this episode is I actually really did enjoy this episode quite a lot. There are a couple of storylines which I am going to get into within the next few minutes, but generally, all in all, I really did enjoy this episode. Nothing really major action packed in here happened in this episode, but there wasn't much fighting. There wasn't. It was just for me just a well put together episode. I have to admit, I just really enjoyed it a lot. I don't know why. It was just one of those episodes that I could watch over and over again. There are many reasons for this. The first reason is Bruce Wayne. So in the last episode, you see him with the dagger, trying to get the dagger back to try and keep it away from Rage Al Ghul. You also see the murder of the young boy, who he does feel very responsible for in his murder in this episode, which is understandable. But you also get to see a little bit of Bruce Wayne in his later years in this. It kind of hit that kind of attitude, how much he blames, his darker kind of anger, deep down kind of rage that you see later on in his life. But generally, I just really, for that little bit, I actually really did enjoy this episode. But by far the best bit is why he has a dagger, his reason to have this dagger. And I don't think I can actually say it without giving it away, in case anybody hasn't seen it. But the reason why, basically, Bruce finds out why. I'm trying to word this right so I don't give it away, just in case you've seen it. Haven't seen it, I should say. He finds out the reason why he has a dagger. It's his destiny. It was always meant to happen. Rage Al Ghul, I should say, always knew Bruce was going to have this dagger, and there is a reason, obviously, to have this dagger as well. For him to have this, I'm trying not to give it away too much, just in case you haven't seen it yet. But generally, I just really did enjoy that storyline, and I can't. All I'll say is that I don't think it's the last we've seen of Ra's al Ghul. I don't know if we'll see him as such, but there is something happened between him and Barbara Kane in this episode, which is very interesting, which I would like to see develop. The next part of the storyline in this episode, which I actually really did enjoy, is how Falcone, or the female version of Falcone, is trying to win back Gotham from the Penguin, and she's basically using his mother as a little bit of a tool and leverage device to try and get him off his king spot in Gotham. I really can't wait to see a little bit more of the development in that storyline throughout the series. But generally, that's another storyline in which I'm closely watching and looking forward to seeing. Sorry, I am really stuttery today. But by far the best part of this episode was the return of Butch Gilzean, or Solomon Grundy. Now, right at the start, you see basically his change into Solomon Grundy, and I absolutely love him. Brilliant. It's also nice to see him back in the series, because I've actually generally missed him in the first 4 episodes, and now he's back. I know he's Solomon Grundy now, which I figured out at the end of season 3 anyway, after doing a little bit of digging. But generally, to have him back in the series, I generally do like a lot. It's brilliant, and him and the Riddler kind of team up, because the Riddler is in major need of help, because he's pretty much screwed at the moment, which I know by the end of the series he will get back to his old ways. I love Grundy strictly because he's just like this primitive caveman, seriously strong guy who is just trying to figure out stuff, and he's just trying to figure out his own self of what happened to him in this episode. I just genuinely love it. I hold my hands up. nice to see him back. I always enjoyed him in the first three seasons. Nice to see him back as one of the a known villain to Batman as well. So it's just brilliant. I'm just loving the way that the series is gradually moving forward. In the future, I probably expect that the next episode or the next two episodes, you're going to start seeing a bit more of a return of the Scarecrow, or a bit more of a development with Grundy and Riddler. But by far the best part of this episode, and it doesn't make no difference if I tell you this, is the return of Lee Tompkins right at the end. Right at the end. It's really, really interesting. I cannot wait to see how this goes and develops, especially when it comes to Jim Gordon. It's just brilliant. It was an unexpected surprise, which I actually really, really did enjoy. Anyway, I'm sorry that's short. I know it's quick. I do it every Friday, but this is the best time for me to be able to do these kind of quick reviews on the Gotham series. Please tell me what you think of this episode and put it in the comments down below if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. I actually highly recommend this episode because I actually really, really did enjoy it. Hope you have a great Friday, whatever you're doing. Please take care and goodbye.